In this lesson, we're going to be bringing it all together, all of that HTML code that we've been going over, and we're going to talk about how to set up and structure a web template. So a template is going to be an HTML document that you can reuse over and over again in order to create multiple web pages. And so this is a default template that I'm going to be using. So up here we've got our document type, we've got our HTML, and we've got our regular header tags. Here we're declaring what type of content to expect, the viewport so that we're mobile optimized, and our initial scale is going to be 1 so that this content is viewable on mobile devices at the same scale as it is within a desktop view. And you'll find that if you do actually remove this, it's going to show up really small on your mobile device. So usually when I'm developing, especially with mobile being so popular these days, I'm always including this viewport. And then we've got our title. So here we can constantly update and change our title as we need when we create new web pages. And that sums it up for the head. And then we've got our body here. So here we've got our body content. And the way that I'm doing it is here I've got a header. So I like to keep my header above my navigation. So when we look at the web page itself, I'm going to have my header up here, and this is going to be sitting above the navigation. And again, depending on how you're setting up your website, you might want to move the header below, or however you want to, however your design is, you might have to move some of these different elements around. And as I said, this is a template. So if I'm designing a website, I do want it to look the same across all the different pages. So I want to have the same structure where I have the title, I have some information about my site, and then I have my navigation here, my main navigation, then I have content, and then I have a footer area where I'm going to include some more additional contact information. And then below that, see, we've got our H1 tags. Oh, sorry, so we're going to navigation now. So this is our navigation. So I like to use the unordered list for navigation, and we're going to show you how this works within styling afterwards. So of course, without the styling, we're going to look like this in the navigation, and we're going to be walking you through how to add the styling in the upcoming CSS lessons. But for now, this is just more used as a placeholder, and you can of course copy over our CSS in order to create this navigation menu within your HTML document. And then below that, so we've created a section here, and within this section, this is where we're going to hold all of our content. And so this is just some text content that I've placed in here as placeholder when I'm doing the design. And I've got an image in there as well. So what I'm going to be doing in the next upcoming lessons in CSS is we're going to be styling all of this out to make it look really nice. And then lastly, we've got our footer, and then closing off our footer area. So to begin to add in the styling, which is going to be an important part of the web page and the way that it looks. So I don't think I spelled style right there. So all we have to do is add in opening and closing style tags, and then afterwards we're going to also show you how to bring in a style sheet from an external source. But for now, within this template, we want to add in specific styling for this web page, and bringing in the style sheets. This is how we do it. So this is where we can enter in our styling information, and I just have a whole bunch of that styling information here for the navigation bar. So I'm going to just paste that in. And we're going to walk through again what all of this means and how to work with that. But essentially what it's doing is it's creating this new styled navigation bar. So all of that styling is for navigation.